But welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing? Who's visiting here from out of town? Who lives here? Who heard that alarm this morning? Yeah, that's your official welcome. I know you wanted paradise, you wanted to sleep in, but we wanted to make sure you were human. That was our virtual pinch. So welcome to Miami. My name is Carlos Vasquez. As the voice of God just shared, I'm the founder and executive director of a nonprofit called Miami EdTech. We focus on providing the community with computer science. Our tagline is success in tech starts here. We're really excited about today. The entire day here. Can you all hear me okay? All right, good. It's just not, the reverb is awesome. The entire day is dedicated to conversations around workforce, specifically education. So throughout the day, you'll hear from local high schools, colleges, workforce-based entities. So I'm excited to be up here with you, hitting you with some cheesy jokes, hopefully keeping you on your toes. And that being said, it feels really good to be back, by the way. Time flies. How many of you came last year to this conference? Awesome. Who is here for the first time at Emerge? Oh, all right. Round of applause for the newbies. Let's give them a round of applause. Why not? Welcome. You're in for an amazing 2 days here, and then you have a lot of options around what you could do after. But I want to first welcome South Florida's top soon-to-be college graduates in this first panel as they prepare to enter the workforce. And these students are bringing with them a very unique perspective on their future employment goals, as well as technology and its role in the workplace. In this morning's first panel discussion, we're going to hear from a diverse group of college students about their thoughts on career ambitions, the Miami business landscape, as well as what they are looking for in future employers. Our panel of 5 graduates have been selected based on their academic achievements as recipients of the 2023 Emerge America's Rising Stars Award, representing Miami Dade College. Any MDC alumni grads? Okay. FIU. Oh, FIU representative. Okay. University of Miami. Nova Southeastern University, and Florida Atlantic University. So please join me in welcoming our moderator, Olga Naumovich, Head of Technology at Millennium Management Miami.
First of all, wow. It's such an energy. It's great to be here. It's changed. My colleague and I were on the way here, we're just talking about it, how much it changed. We were thinking about the space 6 years ago. It's a humongous difference. But with that, I also want to thank everybody, and I'm very honored to be here today with the soon-to-be graduates of the Emerge Rising Stars program. And I have 5 of them on the stage, and I have 7, I believe, of them in the audience. And it's been absolute pleasure to be talking to you guys, and it's you guys very impressive group of people, very impressive. I have to say that it's been a pleasure. About myself a little bit before we start our panel, we don't have that much time. I'm Olga Naumovich. I am the head of technology for Millennium Miami, and there are a few reasons why I'm so excited to be here. First, I am very passionate about STEM education. If my kids were in the audience right now, they would start rolling their eyes saying, yes, mom, yes, math is base of everything. And somebody's clapping, good to hear. And second is I'm very proud to represent Millennium, which is alternative investment firm with $58 billion under management. We are a very innovative place, very entrepreneurship focused place. We are constantly looking for top talent, like you guys. And we are focused on finance and technology, in particular, and the cross between finance and technology. So that's why Miami, that's why here, why that's program. So with that, I want you guys to take a few minutes to introduce yourselves. So let's start with you.
All right, I'm Hunter Berman. I'm from FAU, and I'm currently studying computer science.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Wiseman. I'm a part of Nova Southeastern University, a part of the Huizinga Business of Innovation Academy, and I'm currently running my business called Tomorrow Technologies.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lina Enriquez. I was born and raised in the Dominican Republic. I moved here to Miami 6 years ago. I am a senior at Florida International University, majoring. Woo! There we go. Thank you. Majoring in data analytics and marketing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lucindy Mitten. I'm studying cybersecurity, completing my bachelor's at the Miami Dade College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Ravindran. I am a senior at the University of Miami studying biomedical engineering with a minor in art.
Thank you very much. Also, it's just such a dedication. I have to point out, a person like got in a car accident last week, and she's still here on the stage. Just think about it. I mean, it's. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for doing it. I've broken bones before. I know how much pain you're in right now, so I appreciate it. So with that let's go to, I'm actually very personally interested to hear what got you into your careers. What made the choice for you? Any particular, the way you were brought up, the way you've been thinking about, or you always knew you're going to end up with a particular career? I'm going to randomly ask you questions, guys. So let's start with Erin. So why your career?
Yeah. So I think it's partially the way I was brought up. I think my parents put a lot of emphasis on taking care of people, and so I knew that what I wanted to do in my career was help create solutions for people with healthcare issues or disparities in biomedical engineering. So I think, yes, definitely the way I was brought up and the access to resources that I had growing up to allow me to flourish within STEM.
Cool. Any mentors in your life?
I love my parents. I'll shout them out. And I feel like I had quite a few people along the way help me. I think it took a village to get me where I'm at. I had a lot of professors who helped guide me and mentors throughout my life.
Cool. Nicholas, you're not pure tech, I think, by the description, what you're trying to build and what you're trying to make out of your life. So what got you into your space and your choices?
So I would say that for me, I always knew that I wanted to help people. And so that was kind of the leading guiding thing for me, is I didn't care necessarily what industry that I was in. I just wanted to find a way that I wanted to create things, and I wanted to create things to help others. So I kind of originally was in the nonprofit space of where I was going, and then I ended up getting into tech, and because like I said, I like to create things, and so I ended up kind of being guided by both friends, family, and teachers that made me want to go into innovation in tech to build and make things to help others. So that's what brought me here.
Cool. Okay, we will need to speak up. Even like I feel like getting up and dancing now, but it's we will continue in our conversation. It's for me, after so many years and what I've been doing, it's a little bit interesting to be asking my next question, but I'm actually curious, right? So you soon to be graduate, you're about to start your careers, but also you already made a decision, right? What career you're gonna choose and how you're gonna go to. So if you need to give an advice to somebody who just starts college, what advice you're gonna give them, Lina?
So I've actually given this advice to a lot of the people and like everybody I talk to. It's actually be curious when you're networking and meeting people. Meet them because you want to learn something from them, not because you want to gain something out of them. So listen with your whole body, with your whole soul, because they're going to feel heard, which is what we all want. And that's actually going to help you connect with them. And you're going to gain different mentors. That's how I've gotten literally all of my mentors, which have led me to many different opportunities, starting from Gustavo Grande, Bob Hacker, they're all here. And even outside of Miami has led me. So listen with your whole body, be curious, want to learn, and you will gain allies.
Cool. Lucinda, what about you?
For me, I would say I have two advice. One would be open-minded and to have a growth mindset, because my pathway to tech wasn't linear. I never thought that I would be in tech. I started off with a biology background, completed an AA in biology, attempted to continue with a bachelor's in biology, but the pandemic changed that for me, and I was able to smoothly transition from that career into cybersecurity because of the fact that I am open-minded and also with that growth mindset. And the best thing that the reason why I love tech so much is that tech is a field where you can incorporate any other field in it. So it's like it doesn't make the transition difficult for you to transition from any other fields and mingle them together. I'll say marry different fields together. So yeah.
So your advice would be love what you're doing, if I summarize it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Hunter, what about you?
If I had to give some advice to people that would go into my computer science, I would say that you kind of have to know if you know you want to do something when you do it yourself at your house. A lot of classes in college and stuff, they'll teach you stuff like the generics and things like that. But, there's like 100 languages, frameworks, a bunch of libraries and stuff for everything you learn. And jobs usually have like some sort of specific one that they seek. So while you will learn like, a lot of generic and broad stuff in computer science classes and things like that, you're going to want to try stuff out at your house, build your own applications and things to really try and secure a skill that you can use to try and land a job later.
So if I'm hearing all three of you correctly, is you gotta love what you're doing. You have to have some sort of passion for it, because otherwise you will not be able to, dedicate yourself. So your dedication is not questionable. That's done. Actually, Nicholas, what about you?
So if there would be something I would add is, I think we are been in the age of information, and so that has been in data collecting. However, I think we're starting to see a fundamental shift in the technology that we have access to, that instead of it just being about data collection, about age of information, I think we're into the age of curation. I think we're in the age of you don't just need to be able to find information. It's not just important to know something. It's very important now to be able to take something that you know and to create something out of it. And so I think that a big skill that people need to have is the fear or the not fear of being able to fail. You need to be able to fail and trip and fall over and over again and be able to get back up and do it again. And so I think that as we shift into creating more as a whole and as individuals, as in a community, it's important to not be afraid of failure and use failure as a stepping stone to success.
Cool. So I think listening right now to all of you guys, I can summarize it into be passionate about what you do and believe in yourself that regardless of what happens in the way, right, you will get there. Cool. It's very wise advice. I will ask next question of all of you. So, Erin, I'll start with you. I'm an employer, right? I'm looking for people, and I'm looking for talent and looking for innovative people with the passion for finance and technology. That's my ideal person. What's your ideal employer? What's your ideal workplace?
I think my ideal workplace would be a company that employs a growth mindset, sort of like Lucindy was saying, that you can start off and be able to explore different roles, or there's a not set trajectory, but you have options in different ways that you can grow and develop your skill sets. So I think when I go in to companies or I speak with employers, I try to think like, what sort of leadership development or growth development do you provide for your employees? I think also I look at the impact of the company and what they stand for and their sort of company values. I think that's also important to sort of have like that moral, standpoint as well.
Cool.
To add on to what she said, one of the things that I look for in an employer is diversity. because I think that being diverse, having a diverse background of individual really would assist the company in terms of their growth prospects. So yeah, that's one of the key factors for me, and having like a welcoming culture that would make everyone feel comfortable and be able to grow.
So for me, I've worked on a lot of different teams, and I've defined for myself what a great team is, what a great leader is, and I want to mirror that again for my future steps. I think it's very important that you're aware of like where I'm at my stage right now. I have realized in my past few months at FIU that all I know is that I don't know anything, that I have methods and frameworks that will get me to the right answer, and I hope that the next person that I work with will help me develop those methods and frameworks in order to become a better person, etc.
Okay. Nicholas?
I would say for me that I'm a firm believer in social entrepreneurship, of companies that don't believe in only value in the shareholder value, that there are other things that are just as important when it comes to running a company. And so I'm looking for companies that are innovating technological grounds that would give me, if I were to work with them, the creative grounds to come up with new ideas and ways to not only make their business better, but also the environment and community around them better.
Cool. Hunter?
I'm looking for companies that are open to new ideas from everybody. I don't think that even if you just start out, there should be an easy way to go to the top of the level, maybe speak to your manager or your boss about any new idea that you have. I feel like a lot of companies value seniority over expertise a lot, and they might think that just because someone got hired 2 weeks ago, that whatever idea they pitch, shouldn't be implemented quickly, or it should be discussed later on, or it should be pushed back because of whatever the current trend is going at right now. So I'm looking for companies that are open to what everyone suggests.
Okay, as always, I'm trying to, you all gave very wise answers, actually. So you're looking for a place that open-minded, not hierarchical, open to new ideas, innovative, right, with the focus on entrepreneurship. Sounds like my place, by the way, so it's... But also I'm hearing that you want to be able to preserve your ability to be heard, be part of the team, that diversity is important, and I think, let's call it social consciousness is important, if I heard you correctly, right? If I can follow up on some of them, some follow-up questions. How important it is to you to work alongside with a more senior professional and learn on the job? Because some aspects, and I'm sure after so many years in college, you realize some things are easier to learn in classroom. Some things you never can learn in a classroom. You can get the framework, but you actually need to go out there and do it, right? Good example, side effect. You can explain to anybody how to swim. Theoretically, you will learn it very quickly. Try to do the practice, right? So some of it, what we do, I think, in finances technology, has a similar aspect to it. So on a scale from 0 to 10, how important it is to you to be able to be hands-on job experience with people who've done it for longer? I'm going to ask all 5 of you this question, so go ahead.
Honestly, probably a 10 for me. I'm actually, I was excited because I got an internship this summer, and one of the things I really liked about it was the fact that the managers that I met were offering to teach me what most of the stuff that they were going to be doing there. And that was really useful because, like you said, a lot of the times you'll learn like the basics and stuff like that, but you won't learn the specific things that jobs might want from you. But if you go and put in your application, you can prove that you're willing to learn, your hard work and stuff like that. I think jobs should be accepting of that, and I think that they should be eager to try and teach you what you might need to know, especially with like a one-on-one mentor sort of situation. And I think that'll make it so that you keep your employees longer, you build more like loyalty with them and stuff like that, and eventually they'll be able to make it up to the point where they're the ones being the mentor.
Nicholas?
I think you did a good job of mentioning the example of swimming, because I think that there's a idea that you do need to be thrown into the water a little bit. You have to play trial by fire a little bit, but you need someone there to help you along the way while you're doing that. You need someone to hold your hand while in the deep end. So I would say, like for me, like a 9 or a 10, for you do need a person there to guide you. But maybe like just as an example of like the classroom, there's things that you're not going to learn. Same thing if you only had someone holding your hand the entire time. But at the same time, you do need some guidance there. Mentors are going to be the foundation of who you become. And so no person's a self-made person, even if they say they are. You need people.
Takes a village.
Yes, to follow up on that, for myself as well, a 10. I actually, to give a very tangible example, throughout the semester, I worked on a project with GSK in the Innovation Hub in my university, Startup FIU. And one of the things that I was reflecting on about everything I learned throughout the semester is I was mapping the leader of one of the leaders of Startup FIU, Gustavo Grande, and I was like, how do you do everything you do? Like, how is it possible? How can I become more like you? And I placed everything that makes him a great leader in literally a mind map, and then I mapped everything I learned in GSK. And I was able to see like the correlation of this project that was super tangible. We were out in the field, everything about innovation, entrepreneurship, and healthcare, and see everything that he does in his job mirrored already in me. And I think that's super important. So work that's tangible, that you're actually practicing and doing something, and then mentored by amazing people, which I've had the pleasure of having so many that have shaped who I am and where I'm gonna go next.
For me, I would say if I was gonna give it a percentage, like 20% of prior knowledge, and then the 80% will be like the guidance. Because it's like you need to have a base. Like even if you don't have any base, I can't go with 10 out of 10 because it's like the senior person would have to regress just for me to catch up. So, but if I already have that base, now the senior individual that's teaching me won't have to go through that pain of me learning the basics, and then I just add on to it, you know? So that's my...
Thank you.
I would say sort of like a 9 as well for the same reason. I think it's important that as individuals we put the work in to try to establish sort of like that baseline knowledge. But I had an internship last summer at Thermo Fisher Scientific, and I had 3 or 4 mentors there that would meet with me every week, and we would talk about, there's someone who would follow me around in the lab and teach me every single machine and walk me through all the steps. And then I had other people who were like, okay, what do you want to do for the company? And it was all these different stages of guidance. And I think having not only the technical skills of what to do in the lab, but also having long-term career goal conversations and being able to meet with people at all different levels and see how their path has been shaped and how you can learn from them. I think that's extremely important, so I would give it a 9.
Great. It's really good to hear, because I personally have a very strong opinion that especially in finance and in new technology, because it's changing so fast, a lot of it is happening real time, and a lot of it is happening by you guys watching me of how to solve a problem, right? So getting to the whiteboard, getting into, okay, we have something we haven't seen before, you get the smartest people in the room together and we solve it together. That's something that you literally can acquire only by being what we call on the floor, right? So you need to be part of it. So very good to hear. Now I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and talk about my favorite topic, Miami. Love Miami. I call myself an expat from up north. I'm coming from New York City and New York City area. I've been in Miami since September of 2022. Love the city. Can't say good things, enough good things. It's full of energy. I think the best way I can describe it to people is it's full of optimism, right? There's something about the city that makes you believe that impossible things are possible. I think it's exactly why it became the hottest tech hub. People believe they can, I don't know, build cold fusion, and they actually thinking about it. So I love it. I admit it, I love it. My family relocating to Miami this summer, so it's a real big deal for us. What you can say, Hunter, about Miami? What attracts you? What's the big deal for you?
Well, what I love about Miami and the greater part of South Florida really is the diversity. I like being able to walk around the corner and not just see shops that are just selling hamburgers and fries and stuff like that, but I like the mix of cultures. And I think that especially in the tech industry, lots of culture mixing brings a lot of new ideas that might not be found if you're just getting ideas from a bunch of people from a specific area. And I think that diversity is really going to contribute to the expansion of tech in this Miami hub for the future.
Nicholas?
I would say for me that I think that I like people that look into the future and are able to figure out what they want to do from what they've seen or like what they've seen as a vision. And I would say that Miami has done a great job of, like with the innovation district that they've been investing in and a lot of other things. I feel like they've done the best compared to many other places and many other cities around the nation on coming up with innovative ideas and then putting them in one place. And I think he did a great job of mentioning that mixed group of diversity is allowing that cultivation of new ideas.
So for me, I love learning how different people from completely different places address global problems, so problems that we all face, with hyperlocal solutions, taking into consideration their culture, their politics, their technology infrastructure of each country.
What I love about Miami is how friendly the people are here. It's like different culture who are willing to help each other, and I love that. It's not something you see often, and it doesn't. It's like, I love the diversity so much here. Yeah.
I know everyone already talked about diversity, but I'm going to add to it. My parents actually met in Miami. My dad is from India. My mom is Irish. And I do not think they would have met if it were not in Miami. So I think I'm here because of the idea of diversity and people being able to come together from different parts of the world and enjoy a place together and kind of, make their roots there and contribute to, the ideas and all the great things that take place in the city.
Great. I have to add to it. I found Miami really friendly and really welcoming. It's I've been traveling my entire career. You can pretty much say I've been to every country in the world. I find Miami is a very interesting combination of all good things. I always give people this example that I obviously have an accent. And usually when I start talking, it's a third question of any conversation. So if I feel particularly inclined, I'm like, yes, I'm Olga, I live there. Yes, I was born in Eastern Europe. Yes, I have an accent. And we just get over it. In Miami, I've been here for 8 months. I've been asked this question once by a New Yorker. So I know it's a silly example, but it's kind of funny, like an anecdote to finish, I think, our conversation today. We're in a great place. It's a happening place. It's full of energy place. We are, right now, I'm so impressed to be on the stage with this group of talented people and 7 people in the audience. So thank you very much. It's great to be here. And again, congratulations on the first class of Rising Stars. And good luck with everything. And hopefully we will see you as part of our establishment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.